In order to have a successful event like we so desire, and to have the whole city here and come out to our event, our biggest need is advertisement. Getting these tickets that we're going to have personalized for this area, for Ozamis, into as many hands as possible. And so we're going to print tens of thousands of these. We're going to figure out this week exactly how many to print, but we need help getting these into people's hands. So we're going to assemble ticket distribution teams. And so a week leading up to the event and the week of the event, we would like to mobilize people in the streets, in the markets, passing these flyers out. So church members could help with this. Our team, of course, we're going to be in schools passing these out. We're going to be in the streets passing these out as well. And so the closer we get to the event, I'll be here 3 weeks before, and we're going to work on assembling those teams and setting certain dates and giving you tickets to give to your churches to pass out. And so ticket distribution teams is one area. Second is banners. We're going to be printing 20 plus banners, large banners that hang in the city. And so we need some guys that can help direct us to the best locations and just help us hang those banners throughout the city. And then at the festival, we need your help too. One area being the registration team. And so as people come to the event, if they have a ticket or if they don't, they can come to this registration table. We'll have maybe a few tables, 3 or 4 tables set out. They can fill a ticket out and enter it or put it into our prize basket. And so if they come to the event without a ticket, they can receive one there at the registration table. So we would need people at each of those tables, 4 or 5 people at each of those tables, so maybe 15 to 20-ish 20 people just for our registration each night at the festival. And so also at the festival, we are going to have usher and security teams. For security, just like it's in the name, helping keep the area secure, but also the ushers, there will be a moment where we'll do prayer of healing, and we'll do a mass prayer, because we won't have time to lay hands on individual people, but we'll do a mass prayer of healing, and we always see hands go up saying that they can tell a difference in their body. And so we'll mobilize the ushers to go out to the people raising their hands saying, yes, I can tell a difference, and we'll get them to come on stage and hopefully testify in front of the crowd. So having ushers that can be mobilized into the crowd to bring those people up front. And so at the festival, ushers and security, we probably need around 20 people just in those 2 roles as well. And then MCs. We're looking for some fun, energetic people that can host the event, keeping the order events flowing, and they would also be the ones that would do the prize drawing and call out the ticket and have people come up and give the prize to them. And so someone that's fun, energetic, and funny would be great. And so if you have someone in your church, maybe one of you here could be that. Talk to us. Talk to Pastor Janice, and we can talk with you and go from there. And so also at the festival, we want to pass out discipleship curriculum like the Book of Hope. We'll also be looking at getting some Bibles. And so before people leave, if we can get enough material, again, we're going to be figuring that out this week. We like to have some church members mobilized into the crowd to give the Book of Hope, discipleship curriculum, and possibly Bibles if we're able to get some. And so those would be the key areas at the festival. But then, concluding the week of evangelism, we kick off our discipleship week. And so our last crusade would be that Friday. That very next Saturday, we would have a pastors and leaders seminar. And so that location is to be determined, but you will see in your packet, you'll see the date for that. That's that Saturday, the pastors and leaders seminar, October 4th. And so this will be a full day event. And so we know there are many ways there are many strategies on how to do discipleship. Maybe you already have a way. Yep, you could turn there in your paper. So the things I'm about to name, you'll find there. And so you may already have a system for discipleship. You may even have your own curriculum, and that's wonderful. Our heart is just to come alongside you to give you another tool that you can use at your disposal for teaching those new believers. And so the purpose of this is to revisit the new believer's salvation experience. Even in places like the Philippines, places like Latin America that have a foundational knowledge or they know of Jesus, we have found even teaching these very first lessons of just John 3:16, why God sent Jesus to the earth. What does it mean to be born again? What does it mean to be a new creation in Christ? Even very simple truths that we know so well, people that have heard of Jesus don't really understand what those scriptures mean. And so we take a moment to tell them what actually happened to you the night at the festival when you invited Jesus into your heart. What does it mean that you are now a child of God? And so it's a great tool to lay that foundation, but not just to lay a foundation, it's a 16-week curriculum that you can continue to build on that foundation. You can even use this in your church and teach from this. And so everyone that comes to the seminar will receive one of these, again, completely free of charge. This will be a full-day event. We'll provide a nice lunch, some coffee, some tea, some nice snacks. And so it'll be a really good day and a full day and completely free. And we ask you to invite 2 or 3 leaders that you could foresee doing the discipleship. We know as pastors with families, with churches, you personally won't have time to follow up with every single person that came to the festival in your area. And so be thinking already of who you could foresee training to do discipleship for your church. Because after the seminar, we will do the calling campaign. And so all of these tickets, it's multi-purposeful at the festival. These will be torn off, entered into the prize drawing, and then on Monday, October the 6th, we'll come together. We're hoping to have thousands of these tickets of people that came to our festival. We'll set up some long tables. We'll put all the tickets there, and then we'll begin to organize them by barangay. And so by the end of our time of sorting tickets, every single ticket will have a nice and orderly stack and be labeled by barangay. And then you, the pastors, will come up to the table. You'll see all the stacks of tickets labeled by barangay, and you will select the tickets closest to your church. And from there, it'll be your responsibility to steward and follow up and disciple those believers. But then it doesn't stop there. The very same day, we'd like to begin calling those new believers. And so we're going to have a couple teams, maybe 2 or 3, I'm not sure at this moment, but definitely 2 teams staying behind for 5 additional days to begin doing home visits. And so the same day, October 6th, at the calling campaign, we're going to start calling new believers from these tickets that attended the festival, just asking them, hey, I see your ticket here in front of me. I see you came to our event. What did you think of the festival? What was your favorite part? You know, I'm from this church, and I would love to share more with you about the things that you saw and heard that night at the festival. Could me and my friends from America come visit you in your home? Most times, people say yes. If you can get them on the phone, get them to answer, of course, they welcome us into their home. And we go into the home with the new believer curriculum that we spent all day Saturday learning about. And then we begin teaching the very first lesson from this curriculum to a person that came to the festival and heard the gospel. And so we'll be here for 5 days doing those home visits. And so each team would spend 1 full day with a church. And so over the course of 5 days, if we had 2 teams, that would be, is that 10 churches? Yes, about 10 churches that we could do home visits with. And so that would conclude our discipleship. And so everyone, of course, is invited to the Pastors and Leaders Seminar and the Calling Campaign. And based on availability, we'll go out with churches doing the follow-up. And so even if we don't get to go out with you personally, we would still want you to take the tickets here and begin to do follow-up with or without us. But we're going to position you and set you up for success with this curriculum, with this strategy, and ultimately, the heart of this, we want to see your churches grow. And so I believe we've seen it. If you work the strategy, it's going to take time because there's going to be many tickets. But if you find the right people that have the time to really focus on doing the follow-up, continue calling, continue inviting, continue visiting the new believers, I know your churches will grow if you do it. And so that's what we want to see. And so we're grateful to have an open door here in this city, and we're excited for the future. So, cool.